Today we're trying to build the most mid-team possible using NBA starters. Okay, you know how this works. We're gonna spin a wheel and I'm gonna have to pick a player at a position that I think is mid, and we're trying to put together the middest team imaginable. Like a team that would be in contention for the first overall pick, but we only can use starters. I've seen this wheel so much in the last week or two. It's like me and this wheel are like best friends at this point. We're getting the Portland Trail Blazers. Wow, that's actually not bad because I think the Portland Trail Blazers have one of the better starter fives. It's Dame, it's Anthony Simons. It's going to be probably Josh Hart, Jeremy Grant, and Yusuf Nurkic. That's a good starter five. Out of them, I think my weakest link would probably be Yusuf Nurkic. I guess I'll take Yusuf Nurkic. You probably argue between him and Josh Hart. I really like Josh Hart's game. I think he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. So I guess I'll take Yusuf Nurkic, who's not bad in itself, but I only can pick mid. This is about to be a good lineup because we got Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year, Jaylen Brown, playoff stud and all-around good player, Jason Tatum, one of the best in the league, Al Horford, and Robert Williams. I gotta take Al Horford. Yo, this sucks. Well, I mean, no, it's the opposite of suck. This team's good through the first two. Okay, we got to make up with bad guard play. Bad guard play. Oh, let's get the Warriors. Where their point guard is one of the greatest of all time. Their shooting guard is one of the greatest shooters of all time in NBA Hall of Fame like. And Wiggins just came off an all-star appearance. But if I'm going as of today, I think I gotta go Clay because he's coming off these injuries where he was all right, but he won the Klay Thompson me and you have seen 2-3 years ago. Wiggins was literally in the All-Star game this year. Steph Curry was in the All-Star game this year. So I'm taking Klay Thompson. I'm taking Klay Thompson on a mid-off Cavaliers. I'll take Larry Marketing. If you're taking Larry Marketing and Darius Garland, you obviously need to know where I'm going. And whatever team we land on right now, we have to take their point guard. This lineup is not great. And we got LaMelo Ball. Is this a playoff team? LaMelo, Klay Thompson, Larry Marketing, Al Horford, and Yusuf Nurkic? Is that a playoff starting five? We about to find out. I think every team we're going to throw them over here and just kind of see what their net rating would be. Just because I just found this as an outlet and I really, really do like it. It was Larry Marketing. It was Al Horford, Al Horford's good. And then, who was it? Yusuf Nurkic. If they have a plus rating, then we did a terrible job. They're plus 12. Well, you know what? That's not true. I think the majority of the lineups we're going to build are going to have pluses because we're still talking about NBA starters. This roster, I mean, maybe not. How good is this roster really? You know, if this was your starting five of your favorite team, how would you feel? Would you feel excited? I mean, you got 3 bigs, basically one dude that can ball handle. It's not very good, but 12.2. Remember that number. That is the first lineup. I should have known from the very first spin that this was about to be harder or more difficult than I anticipated. Toronto Raptors. Like, where do I go? Toronto Raptors, I have to go Gary Trent Jr. Fred VanVleet, all-star. OG Anunoby, really good. Scotty Barnes, rookie, but really good. And Pascal, I got to go Gary Trent Jr. at the 2. Gary Trent Jr. at the 2. Okay. All right. We'll get better. We'll get better. I promise you we will. This is perfect. The Spurs. Give me Doug McDermott at the 4. Hey, on the mid-off competition, Doug McDermott at the 4 ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with that multiple years here in Chicago, so I know what it's about. Wait a minute. Are we? Oh, well, this is a projected starting lineup. Because I was about to literally dance of having Killian Hayes on the roster, but now it's going to be Jaden Ivey with Killian going to the bench. So we got Gary Trent and Doug McDermott. I mean, based on what we got, I got to go Isaiah Stewart, I think. I think I got to go Isaiah Stewart. Because him or Sadiq Bey? I don't really know. That's fine. We'll make up for it right here. Don't give me the Blazers again. Thank you, Sacramento Kings. This is where things get stupid. Because the positions we have open are point guard and small forward, right? Well, the small forward available is Keegan Murray, basically. But I don't think Keegan Murray is going to be on that thing that I was just showing you. I think it only has players that have already played. And I can't take De'Aaron Fox. So I'm going to move Harrison Barnes up to the 3 just because of the circumstances. And then the next spin we get is the point guard. I always probably gonna do point guard last because every single team has a solid point guard. It feels like we got Ja Morant, which is making this team basically a playoff team. That's disgusting. Ja Morant by himself is basically doing that. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, Gary Trent Jr., Harrison Barnes, these are good players. But that just lets you know, how deep the NBA is, where I'm trying to have a mid-off. And both of the lineups that I put together, I ain't too mad about. Oh, yes, I am. This is the middest roster we could put together. A net rating of 1? The other one gave me 12, and I thought that was going to be bad. 1? Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. This is a mid-off, and this team is the middest of them all. I can talk myself into this team a little bit, though. Of course, with Ja Morant being a superstar at the 1, Gary Trent Jr., catch-and-shoot specialist, even though he had a down year shooting the ball-wise. You know, he go get some steals. Harrison Barnes just a good glue guy. I think everybody can agree on that. Doug McDermott probably has a reputation of being a better shooter than what he actually is. And Isaiah Stewart, young guy, nose to the ground, willing to fight anybody, as long as you make him bleed first. So I can talk myself into it, but the net rating says 1. I love it. It's making me Google Doug McDermott, by the way, because I don't even know your stats from last season. He shot 42% from 3 last year. My fault, Dougie McBuckets. I ain't mean to disrespect you like that. But, I mean, mid-off. Okay, all right. Are we going to be able to beat that? Like, if we have any other point guard, that number looks way worse. We start off with is that the Pistons? It's the Nuggets. Okay, so Jamal Murray, KCP is probably the middest, and I got a lot of love for KCP. Don't get me wrong. But it's Jokic, Gordon, Porter Jr. KCP is the middest of them all. I'm putting KCP in my 2. Again, a lot of love for him. He's one of those dudes that can really help a lot of organizations. He got a very specific skill set. He's very good at it. Clippers. Yes. I'm taking, do I take Zubac or John Wall? Because this is what I'm thinking. Advanced stats, again, that's what we're talking about when it comes to projected net rating. John Wall's stats are going to be trash, right? Zubac's stats might not be that bad. I'm taking John Wall, man. I hope that John Wall gets at least close to what we used to see from him. I don't know how realistic that is, but in the case of this video, we're taking him at our 1. Charlotte Hornets, give me Plumlee at the 5. Oh, snap. This is a mid-off. Give me Plumlee at the 5. Okay, we need our 3 or 4. Oh, we did our 3 or 4. We're going to be in a very good spot. This is looking worse than the team with a 1 net rating. Yes. Okay. So, lineup is, I don't know. We can't take Franz Wagner. He's too good. What does their lineup look like? Paolo Banchero is starting at the 4 probably. So, Paolo and then Franz. And we can't take Paolo, so we got to go with Franz at the 3. By the process of elimination, we got to go with Franz at the 3. We only can use starters, and that's their projected lineup, but we can't go get the rookies. So that's an L, but we can make up for it. We're not, because they're 4, which is the position I need, is Karl Anthony Towns. It started off so good. All right, let's see what the numbers are saying. So since John Wall hasn't played, we couldn't select him. So I went with Reggie Jackson instead. And yeah, I legit think that Karl Anthony Towns and Franz Wagner really hurt us here. I mean, KCP's not bad either. Reggie Jackson wasn't bad this season either. But Cat messed this up for us for sure. Franz messed this up for us for sure. Okay, let's do a couple more, because I think we could get. I want to get something that's in the negative. We got 1, but I want something in the negative, so I'm going into that. Let's go into that. Okay, good. Let's get it. Starting off with the 76ers. I'm assuming that their lineup is going to be Maxey, Harden, Harris, Tucker, and Embiid, because they pay Tucker so much money. You're not paying a 37-year-old to come off your bench at that price point. So if that is the case, I'm taking PJ, even though it don't feel right because PJ is such a quality NBA player. The other people are going to be higher when it comes to these stats. So I'll take PJ and hope that we make up for it by getting Gary Trent Jr. again. Okay. But you know what? That's pretty good. because Gary Trent Jr. was a part of the lineup that had a 1, and maybe his advanced stats is bringing it down, so that's not too bad. So we got Gary Trent Jr., you got PJ Tucker, who obviously probably his advanced stats are going to look good. We got Mason Plumlee again. That feels right. Yeah, Plumlee. I was trying to figure out if there's another position I'd rather use. I guess it could be PJ Washington, but I think PJ Washington's better. So we're going to take Plumlee. That's easy. He's like the worst starter center in basketball. Utah Jazz is perfect. We need a small forward. We need a point guard. Actually, it's not perfect because they haven't even made the trades yet. So Bogdanovich and Mike Conley are still on the roster. I got to go with Bogdanovich. This is the last guy. It's a point guard. Again, we're getting Monte Morris. Now that I look at this lineup, I think we did an amazing job here. 1.2, so this one's better than the one that had Ja. Okay, I don't really care what the numbers say. I think this lineup is worse than the one we built with Ja Morant. I'm going to keep going. Like I said, we want to go until we get to some negative projected ratings, which I don't even, at this point, I don't even know if it's really possible. But we're going to try. We're going to try. Starting off with the Nuggets again. I guess we'll take KCP. I hate that sometimes we get to the point where we continue to get dupes. But I mean, what am I supposed to do? I can't take them off because I do want to have the full experience. But we getting dupes around here. Look, we already got the Cavaliers. And I got to take Lauri Markkanen again. Okay. I don't really love this 2 times through. But here we go. The Knicks. Oh, okay. See. Darius Bazley. I'm taking Darius Bazley. I mean, now that Chet is gone, it's almost a guarantee that Bazley's going to be starting. I want to put Bazley at the 4 because some people I've seen, like Bleacher Report, had Darius Bazley at the 5 with Chet Holmgren because they don't believe Chet is ready to play the center. Either way, he's going to be starting, but I'm going to put him at the 4. This has to be Harrison Barnes. Again, it was either center or small forward. And they got Domantas Sabonis over there at the center position. So I can't take that. That boy's nice. So whoever we spin here. Oh, wait. No, I messed up. I'm sorry. KCP was at the 2. Markkanen was at the 3. I can put Barnes at the 4 and Bazley at the 5 because I'm only going off Bleacher Report. And Bleacher Report had Bazley at the 5. Again, it ain't me. Legit. Which means that we have to take the 1 over here. And I think that's Westbrook. And if that's the case, team looks nice. And I mean nice in the sense that good for me. But I did scuff that up. That's my apologies. Russell Westbrook, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Yep, give me those. All right. -4. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. I wonder who's bringing it down. Can I do 5 Darius Bazleys? Let's see what Darius Bazley if he only hits wins. -15.8. Okay. So Bazley definitely is helping that. I wonder if Westbrook is helping that. Like, how bad are Russell Westbrook's like stats? -4.5. That's not, I mean, it's not good, obviously, but it's not as bad as I anticipated, low key. Lauri Markkanen, like that was pretty good. I mean, that's the last one. We had a mid off. Oh, Lauri Markkanen's a positive player. Look at Lauri. I got nothing but love for Lauri Markkanen, bro, man. I know it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to here in Chicago, but he still got a fan in me, that's for sure. Harrison Barnes is slightly negative if you gave him 5 of them. So it's really Darius Bazley, bro. That boy Darius Bazley gonna knock down the lineup. Let's see. Joel Embiid, Ja Morant. Let me stop disrespecting people, but I'm just curious. Jalen Brunson, and I don't know, let's just pick a 5th. Wendell Carter. Over budget? Oh, wait. I got to get somebody that's $3. My fault. Oh, that's still pretty good. So Bazley's not terrible. Having a mid off, ladies and gentlemen. We did that.